Are you curious what it is yet? It's just a desk. It's for my son's room, actually. This end here is gonna be wall mounted, and then this side here just supported with this bank of drawers. Real simple project. The top is plywood banded with a piece of maple. That's what you see me spray on the top here. It's made by Midwest. It's a water-based product. I just chose that because you can use water for cleanup, which is always nice when you're spraying. Now, to be honest with you, the build of this desk isn't really what I wanted to go over in this video. What I'd really like to talk about is the finish I'm going to use on this bank of drawers. So always the big question is, how do we get that factory finish on our painted projects? Well, it comes down to two things. The product you use for the coating and how you put it on. So by far the best product is going to be a tintable lacquer. Now, this stuff's really awesome, but there's one big pitfall, and that is it stinks, like really high VOC. You definitely wouldn't want to spray it in a basement shop like this one. So what's the close second? Well, I found a pretty good product. It's an acrylic product. It's made by Sherwin-Williams. Looks like this. I'm sure other brands make it, not sponsored or anything like that, but really good stuff. It shares a lot of the same features that the spray lacquer does. It's really durable, so that means it's going to be really good for like furniture projects and things like kitchen cabinets. Thin, it's really thin, so that means it's going to spray really well, lay nice and flat. Dries super fast, like within 10-15 minutes it's dry to the touch. So you get a whole bunch of coats on in one day, which is always nice. And then finally, and this is a big one, it's sandable. So whether you use this or the tintable lacquer, you got to use a surfacer. So you can see here, I got the acrylic based surfacer, and spray this on, sand that to like 220. And that's what's going to give you that really nice, smooth factory finish. So we know what we're going to use. Now we got to talk about sprayers. This is what they call an airless sprayer. Now, these types, I've had this type of spray gun for a long time, and they work really good. They put a pile of paint on in a hurry, great for like painting the whole house. Like I painted this room with this gun. So with all that being said, there's two pretty big deal breakers with this gun, and the first is lack of control. Really the only adjustability you got is changing your tip size. Different tips give you different fan patterns or different fan widths, but even with the very fine tip, there's not a ton of control here. Now this is a fairly big tip, but as you can see, start and stops are really tough with these. And if you're gonna spray inside a cabinet like us woodworkers do, or inside the drawers like you see me do earlier, it's really hard to spray with this type of gun and not get your start and stop marks. So that's one big thing. The other really big thing, this thing sucks to clean. It's like, you look at this, there's 50 feet of hose on this. The paint comes through the pump, so the pump has to be cleaned. All the paint of the hose has to be cleaned. The gun has to be cleaned. Like, it's a nightmare. You would never set this up to do a small project. You just wouldn't, because it just takes way too long to clean. So, what's the alternative? Well, to be honest with you, I knew exactly what I needed. What I ended up doing is reaching out to Fuji Spray, because I knew they got some really nice HVLP systems, and they were kind enough to send me this guy. So let's bring this over to the bench and have a closer look at it. High volume, low pressure. So you got a turbine with a blower that gives you the high volume, low pressure only like 9 psi. Comparably, that airless unit, it's like 3,000 psi. And what's so nice about this setup is the amount of control you get with this gun. And I'll show you what I mean. Now, it still has interchangeable tips like the airless system does, but it doesn't adjust your fan size. It's just your orifice size. So for like thicker materials like the lacquer, you would use a bigger tip. A smaller tip would be used for things like that water-based polyacrylic. So, all right, so once I turn the turbine on, it gets kind of noisy, so I won't be able to talk, but essentially what I'm gonna do is start at the smallest opening to see how little paint you can physically put on there, all the way up to its widest opening, so you can really see the versatility of a spray gun like this. Well, it wouldn't be a ShopBuilt project unless I screwed something up. This is a pretty good mistake too. I made these drawers way too deep. I got them all mounted here now, but when you look at the drawer fronts where I got these notches for the handles, for one, it hits the back of the drawer there. You can't even get your hand in there. And two, there's not enough room for even the bottom to open. So yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. Dumb mistake. Problem, I don't know what you're talking about. There's no problem, look at it. Works perfect. Anyways guys, before I mount this thing upstairs, I'll go ahead and show you how easy it is to clean that spray gun. As you can see, since really the only thing you got to clean on this system is the gun itself, it goes pretty quick. Now, keep in mind the whole gun does come apart, and you can clean it a lot more thorough if you want to, or you should every once in a while. For the most part, that's all you got to do to clean the gun though. I got the desk all mounted upstairs, so I'll take you upstairs real quick and show you how that looks. Well, this is a video I've actually been meaning to do for quite some time because I really am a big fan of this type of finish. This is the same finish I use on my kitchen cabinets as well. It does a really nice job. Big thanks to Fuji Spray for sending me that sprayer. I'm a really big fan of that thing, so make sure you check them out. I'll put a link in their description, and I'm Ryan Oswald. Thanks for watching.